What I want, peeps, what I want. It's Valerie's Naturals Oracles. How you doing today, this fine day? Do you know what? I'm having one of those episodes. I got this song stuck in my head. I can't even talk now because it's just going round and round my head. These are my confessions. You know the Usher tune. If you don't know the Usher Confessions tune, which rock have you been hiding under? Do you know what? He did that song after he did the dirty on that TLC member. Which one was it? It wasn't Left Eye because Left Eye died. What's the other one? I can't remember their names, but it's the one. They're still... They've started performing again, I believe, or they have done in the past. But it's one of them, and I can't remember her bloody name. But if you know, put the name down in the comments below because my brain is terrible. But these are my confessions. And so I have to say this, I was flicking cards this morning, and I actually did a read on my community board, and I put it up on my community board, and then I started flicking cards again. I started flicking on my own deck, because for some reason, I just haven't picked them up for a while, and I don't know why I haven't picked them up. So I thought, let's go for it, and let's see what comes out. I had no agenda in mind, nothing. I wasn't thinking of anything. And all I kept getting in my head was, these are my confessions. Now, this starts off quite, you think, yeah, this is not people. Because if you don't know, these are my cards and it's called Soulmates in Separation. But if you don't know, now you know. But before I carry on, why are you not subscribed yet? Hit the subscribe button on your alert bell so you know when I'm going to do another video. I can't even talk today. You see what I mean? This person is fumbling. Whoever's higher self I'm tapped into right now, okay? This person is fumbling with their words because they don't know what to say. These are my confessions. They don't know how to say it, people. This person is fumbling. I'm getting that energy. So the first card that came out, and before we go any further, I have to say it again. If you are not a Patreon, why not? Patreon saw it first. Anyway, let's say the better about that. Come and subscribe. It's totally free. Do you know what I mean? And if you want to trade up, you trade up. And that's all there is to it. It's free to subscribe. It's just that extra content will always be the price of a coffee. And so on. So anyway... the first card that's come out is, I want to make love to you. Look at this. Now, do you know what this says to me immediately? These are my confessions. This person who did you dirty, I don't know how they did you dirty. Do you know, it could be they had you in a third party and you found out. They could have been trying to put you in competition and you found out. I mean, this morning's little post that I did was about somebody who's either put you in a third party and or they appeared to make it look like they had you in a third party so that you would chase them thinking that all women are the same. The low vibrational people that he's dealt with, or the low vibrational women he's dealt with in the past, if he did something like that, played mind games with them, they would automatically chase him. But he back up on the wrong one. And now they're fantasizing about the sex you had, about the lovemaking you had. They're fantasizing about how comes they let you go. I want to make love to you. When they lie down at night, the last thing they think of is you. When they wake up in the morning, it's the first thing they think of is you. And they could even be, I dare I say it and I don't want to say it, they could even be touching themselves when they're thinking of you. Did you affect them that much? And they chose to ignore it. I reckon this is a continuation of the post I did this morning. If you haven't seen the post, go and have a look at it. But it's a post with my cards in it, basically. But, you know, this person is like, what did I do? Why did I mess with this person? This is the one real person I had in my life, and all I can think about is the sex we had. Or the lack of sex you had. I don't know how it went, but... you know, it's not always about the sex. It's about maybe you never had sex with this person. And all they can fantasize is having sex with you because they know it's going to be the bomb.com. Oh, what I want, please, what I want. And now they want to talk. Can we talk for a minute? But it's not that song that's stuck in my head. It's Confessions. These are my confessions. They want to talk now. But you see me stumbling over my words earlier. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to say it. They don't know why. Do you know what I mean? They just feel this urge. They feel like they left things incomplete. They did that deliberately. They did it before deliberately so that you would come back to them. They did everything open-ended. They left everything over-ended so that you would come back to them. But either Spirit tapped you on the shoulder and said, don't touch me with the barge pole, or you've seen this kind of nonsense before. And you said, not a bungo wungo, but them tan there. And instead of that affecting you, it's now turning around and affecting them because they can't understand why you have put up your barriers. Because again, the post this morning was talking about barriers. You either give them less access or you cut them, karate chop them, delete them, give them the 1-2. And now they want to talk. Can we talk? What's next? I am the player. Yeah. This is just confirming either they're the player from the Himalayas that play games in your mind, or they're the player from the Himalayas who's literally the community panani. Take it, flip it, switch it, twitch it, take it how you want to take it. A man, woman, could have non-binary. It doesn't matter. Energy is energy. Souls are souls. Do you know what? Just a quickie sidebar, right? Soul in the next generation could be a brother or sister. That soul in the next generation could be your uncle, your auntie. That next soul could have been your best friend. And it keeps repeating, but into different bodies. And this is why I keep telling you, energy is energy. It doesn't matter. It just so happened that it's soulmates in separation, no matter what kind of soulmates you are. Okay? And now this person, although we've talked about sex, I want to make love to you, it's obvious it's a female. It's a divine energy with a divine energy, or feminine and masculine energies, or feminine and feminine energy, or masculine and masculine energy. But whatever it is, they were the player in some way, shape, or form. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean physically. It could be just a player in the mind. They thought they could play you. Do you know what I mean? So listen, yeah, and they did it for the purposes of trapping you. I don't know why I pulled these cards, but this is telling a story. This person did it for the purpose of trapping you. Now, this is not going to resonate with everybody, but what I'm getting here is this person could have been either they played that they was in a long-term relationship to begin with, or they really was in a long-term relationship and they wanted change, like they wanted an open relationship, or they could be even poly. Do you know what I mean by polyamorous? Or they wanted to go down that route and was trying to engineer something so that they could have the two of you at once because they felt the soul connection with you, but they were attached to somebody else. Or it could be in their mind and they could be having mental disorders. Who's to say? I shouldn't say that. That's not nice. But they wanted to trap you nevertheless. They wanted to trap you in this situation. They wanted to trap you in your mind so you're forever coming back to them. So you'd be forever, so they could forever come in and out of your life. This is just the same post I did, but in a different and longer story. I'm telling you, I don't know why this is coming out now, but this person wants to talk. Or if you have access to this person, your person, is it that they're getting more amorous? Is it that this person's getting more friendly? Is it that this person is trying a thing now? Or they want to come forward and try a thing? This is what I'm getting. This is the energies I'm getting now, people. Especially as Christmas coming, I don't want to be alone. It says, why did you trust me? What a question. This person, like I said in that post, I'm going to say it again. This person put on a face. This person portrayed somebody who they wasn't. And maybe you have known this person for a long time, but you know what they say in Jamaica? You come see me, come know me, are two different things. I want to say thing. I want to go on and big up on yourself because this is going to get deep now. Because what happens is, for my English people or the people that don't quite understand when I was talking Jamaican, it totally means that it's one thing to know this person outside of their home, but to move in with them and to live them and come up close and personal is a different story entirely. So yes, you could have known this person for donkeys, but you never actually did really get to know the person on a deep, deep soul level. Or you never got to know the person deep down and upfront and personal until you did. You realize who the hell they was. They were just putting on a mask. They were just putting on a face. They were two-faced. They told you lies. They love-bombed you. They tried to trauma bond you. But you've been here before. The only thing is that you trusted this person because you knew them as a good friend previously, but you never actually lived with this person. You didn't come up close personal. It might have been that you hadn't had, you would have been friends all this time, and then you suddenly decided, oh, let me just jump into bed with this person, see what they're really about. And it brought out the worst in this person, because then they wanted to trap you and realize you was a soul tie or somebody that they should keep in their life forever, but they wanted to be free. They wanted to be like this. They wanted to either have what they had in the background and not let you know. Especially, let me give you a secret here. Let me let you into one of these secrets, okay? And if you've been around long enough like I have, when somebody doesn't introduce you to their friends, doesn't introduce you to their people, doesn't tell you about your people, don't mention you, if somebody comes up to them and says, who is that to you? And they say, oh, it's my friend such and such. They didn't mean you any good in the first place. This is somebody not to be trusted. Okay, they didn't mean you any good in the first place. Okay. If they're not introducing you, if none of their people know of you, blah, 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 take it how you want to take it. The list is long, but it's a red flag. A red flag. This person didn't mean you any good. They didn't really mean you any good at all. So, this person's now asking for help. Please help me, please help me, please help me. What do they want help with? These are my confessions. This person put on such a front that they didn't know how to be themselves anymore, okay? And it's gotten them into a whole lot of trouble, because guess what? Do you know what I get from this sometimes? This person, do you know what I get from this? I know these are my cards, so I know what they represent to me, but this person thought, if I can get that person forgetting or not knowing that it was a soul tie, they're saying to themselves, if I can get that person, I can go out the road and get somebody else. Or they could have had people in the background. Now, this is a very narcissistic thing to do, but these people deliberately keep soul ties so they can go back to them. And they know full well what they're doing. They think they can dip in and out and keep those soul ties, okay? And this person thought to themselves, oh my God, if I can get that person who's such a good soul, who's to say who I can't get anybody else? And this person did things that were unethical. They went to people of the darkness, or they went to people for help in specific ways, because they weren't that brilliant a looking person, or they didn't have that decent a personality. But what they did was they would use potions. They would use all sorts of nonsense. And I know I keep talking about these things, and I don't want to, but it's like Spirit is giving out a warning to people, because this is the second time I'm kind of giving this message today. The second time I'm giving this message today. These are my confessions. And now this person wants help because all that karma is coming back to them. And I think by contacting you and by talking to you, it's gonna help with the karma that they're dealing with. Because remember what a cycle of karma is. I actually doing a post, and I'm actually going to do a post for my actual Patreon, and it's called the 12 Laws of Karma. People, these laws people didn't know really exist. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some people don't know that these 12 laws of karma exist, but the one at the top of the list is cause and effect. What you reap, you sow. That's at the top of the list. What you reap, you sow. Okay, if you put out positive energy, guess what you're going to get? Positive energy. If you put out negative energy, what are you going to get? Negative energy. And that's how the story goes. So when I see this card, this person now wants help because they're going through some shit karma because of the choices they made. Actions and consequences. What I want, peace, what I want. And when I say actions and consequences, let me tell you something. Whatever this person loves the most, whether it's money, whether they think it's their looks, whether it's all going to come crashing down. Assets, whatever they have. Because, like I said, I saw a TikTok, and I've said this before, I saw a TikTok when it talked about people loving things and using people when it should be the other way around. You should be using things and loving people. And this is what this person was all about, loving things and materialistic things. Yes, we all need money, and Spirit don't want you to be unabundant, but trust and believe, okay? Trust and believe. When you've got this thing that's engraved in you, you're obsessed over it, and karma nyamyo, that's the first thing that's going to be taken away from you. So this person is asking for help now. Oh, what I go on, peace? What I go on? What kind of help them want? Oh, what kind of help them want? They want you to come back and be their rock, their shoulder, their somebody to cry on, their comfort, the person that they feel they could be an energy vampire to. And get their strength back, and so they can go out the road again. Because you gave them nothing but strength and support. And they didn't recognize it at the time because they're used to low vibrational people. This is why they play these games in the first place, because they thought the games they run on these low vibrational people would work on you. I want that one piece. See, look. They even confirmed it. I don't want the karmic. I don't want the karmic. Don't want the player no more. Don't want to be a player no more. But these are my confessions. So they're just telling you that they had a karmic in the background. Or they could have had more than one karmic. They could have had a little harem of karmics. I don't know. You know, take it how you want to take it. Or it could be that their karmic is their work. It could be that their karmic is their family members. It could be whatever that karmic is. Okay? But it is soulmates in separation. So it's more than likely a love situation because they're dreaming about the nookie. And look, they're telling you, I juggled you. They tried to juggle you. But they don't know that they were dealing with a real one. So therefore, they couldn't juggle you. They didn't know how to juggle you because you're too much for them. These people, okay, it's like they have this thing that, you know, karmics, people that are there to teach them lessons, yes, we'll play the game with them to get what they want. And this is what this person is not realizing. So if, for example, you have a male chauvinist pig of a person, I'm not saying man, I'm not saying woman, I'm just saying person, okay? For example, they believe that a woman should be indoors or a man should be indoors doing their bidding while they can do what they want to do out the road. Okay, so that's their way of trapping somebody. So you might go with the game for a while, because you got to eat too. But when they start making stupid demands about, I want it this way, I want it that way, I don't want you to eat this way, I don't want you to eat that way, and they're being passive aggressive about it, especially the passive aggressive ones. They're the worst, okay? This is when it's a problem. This is when it's a problem. And you know that deep down they're doing things behind your back. You know. Intuitively, especially if they're a male chauvinist pig that does things in a certain way. And, you know, they even like, let me give you a story. Let me give you an example, okay? For example, somebody goes at exactly the same time every day and they come in exactly the same time every evening, okay? But who's to say what they're doing in between that? Are they really going to work? Or they're going to check out the other person, or they're going to check out who they can actually, or are they off the streets? Are they hustling out there, pretending they're going to work? Juggling you and making you think one thing when they really are somebody else. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck before I go, because that was a long thing. I didn't expect it to be that long. I was going to flick cards. What I might do is actually extend this and flick some cards on it and see what comes out and why is what's happening with these people, because this is ridiculous. So what's that? Yeah, I was in my devil energy. Yes, they was in. Look, it says here plainly. Look, I was in my devil energy. Okay, I'm not even going to explain this because they explain themselves. Energy vampire. Yeah, they were using you because your energy was so potent. They had to have you around and they had to trap you in your head. But because your energy is so good, they couldn't do that. Look, I made you feel like an option. Some of these people literally put in your head that you were competition and you're to chase them. Okay, and no. Will we ever be together? This is the question that I left my post with. I don't know why. Let's come out again. Let's come out again. Will we ever be together? Is this person asking the question in their head now and you can feel the energy? Can I take you out? Why? So you could drug the drink again. You were the best thing in my life. Yes, you was. This is what these people, they would never, these are the things that these people would never tell you. Okay? They would keep that to yourself. You are home to me. You see all this kind of nonsense? You see it's coming out now. These are my confessions. Oh, God, I could just see that Usher song in my head. Go and listen to Usher Confessions. There's an old album called Confessions, but the one song, these are my confessions. Go listen to it. Yeah, see, look, it's coming out again. They brought out the best in me. You brought out the best in me. Yes, of course. And this is why they thought they could go out the road and do what they're doing. Okay.